is Oyin Onarinde. I'm the MD and CEO of Ewa brand, and we are into natural cosmetics, sustainable beauty, aesthetics, and hair supply company. So I'm an African beauty expert and also a cosmetic formulator scientist, and I've been into the beauty industry as long as I can remember. I'm like the third generation beauty person. My grandmother used to be like a natural beauty formulator, whereby she just takes some natural ingredients and then she uses those ingredients to make beauty products. So she used to have like a shea butter production, like coconut oil, baobab kind of oil kind of production going on for her, and then she ensures that all her children from the second generation to the third generation understands the foundations of what beauty is all about. So actually, when I started this business while I was in my my tertiary institution, I never really thought that I could be like a beauty expert, like a formulator or a cosmetic chemist and things like that. I thought maybe I would end up being like in a corporate setting, but nature found me, beauty found me, and here I am today, and I'm able to put all this local, I won't call it local, all this whole knowledge when it comes to beauty, and I'm able to put all these things together and make it look like something really substantial. And I'm also able to bring in like a mix of science with the formulation, and then it has turned to something really tangible. And of course, here I am today as a beauty expert, having a beauty company, and I've been into the beauty business as long as I can remember. Beauty industry, as I sell hair, I just dabble into it, selling hair for families, and then I started selling hair for everybody. And here we are today, diversified into formulation, natural cosmetic formulation, and also the aesthetics part of beauty as well. Okay, so I said I've been into the beauty industry as long as I can remember, but I also went into a structured school. I first of all went into my MBA, had my MBA from the University of Dallas in the United States, and then I also learned cosmetic formulation chemistry from a well-renowned institution also in the United States, and I went to ISIPCA. It's a cosmetic formulation beauty school, ISIPCA in Paris, France, just to learn more in the advanced level when it comes to cosmetic formulation. So I do have a formal education for beauty, adding all my years of experience using African natural cosmetic ingredients to make cosmetic products, and also adding formal education when it comes to cosmetic formulation. All these things have actually equipped me to be able to make beautiful and effective ingredients, effective products when it comes to making cosmetics. Sustainable beauty means beauty that is good for you and me and for the planet. So that is as easy as what sustainable beauty can be described. Something good for me, good for you, and also good for the environment. So when we talk about sustainable beauty, then we're going to be talking about natural ingredients, because natural ingredients also apply to sustainable beauty, because if it is good for me and you and for the planet, then it is non-toxic. So basically, these are products that are natural, organic, and non-toxic ingredients that nourish and care for your skin, for your hair, and for your body. So basically, my kind of job is a job that actually takes care of the external body. So just like the way we have doctors, we have opticians, we have gynecologists, and and things like that. My kind of job actually contributes to taking care of the external body. So when you talk about sustainable beauty, you're also talking about a product that is effective and gentle at the same time. So if you are able to make a product that is effective and also a product that is gentle on the skin, so products that work well using natural ingredients, products that will not cause you any kind of harm, any kind of irritation or damage to your skin, hair, and body. Also, products that promote your well-being. So, beauty practices and products that enhance your mental, your emotional, and physical well-being. That is what sustainable beauty, is all about. And also, products that is good for the planet. So there we're going to be talking about eco-friendly products, using eco-friendly packaging for products. So your cosmetic product is being packaged using packaging that is beneficial, that is non-toxic to the environment, that is minimal, recyclable, biodegradable, or refillable packaging to reduce waste. Sustainable sourcing. These are ingredients and materials that are being sourced in a responsible and environmentally friendly way. Reduced carbon footprint. I would like to talk about that because when we're talking about sustainability, something that is beneficial for the environment, then we also have to include reduced carbon footprint. And what this means is practicing beauty products that minimize energy consumption, water usage, and greenhouse gas emissions. How efficient are you in your formulation, in your water usage, the way you use resources. So this also has to do with sustainable beauty. You will agree with me that the economy, especially in Nigeria, is not smiling at all. And I believe we should always look for ways and opportunities on how we can reduce our finances. So that is where sustainable beauty also comes in, because it's a good addition to an economy whereby we are trying to reduce what we use. I know we've all heard about reduce, reuse, and recycle. Those 3 R's, they're actually very important, especially in an economy whereby we are trying to reduce every single thing and trying to manage our resources. So let's say, for example, we still want to glow, we still want to look beautiful, and how do we benefit from using sustainable beauty? For example, using recycled packaging. So by a company that adopts or implements using recyclable packaging, then they are going to be reducing their production costs. So if they are reducing their production costs, this also has an impact on what they set aside, what they set as a price for every cosmetics that you buy from them. So using recyclable materials actually costs less. A lot of people, just like, recyclable, it's going to be very expensive. Biodegradable is going to be very expensive. Actually, it actually costs less. Basically, what this means is you're buying products from a company whereby they use packaging that has been recycled. That actually costs even lesser. If you are refilling your cosmetics, for example, if I'm done using a jar of my body cream, I can get it washed and sanitized and take it to a company that supports eco-friendly packaging, and I take it to them, or a company that supports refillable practices, and I take it to them, and instead of buying a brand, it's also buying a new product, by the way, but instead of buying a brand new body cream that's already been prepared and sealed, I can take my jar to them and then they refill. So this way they are taking off the price of the packaging from what you buy from them. So let's say, for example, if the the body cream costs 15,000 naira, they are going to be automatically removing the amount of the packaging. They can sell to you maybe for like 12,000 naira or 10,000 naira, whatever amount that is going to be. So in that way, they are reducing for everybody. And also using natural ingredients. Natural ingredients is a very big word when it comes to cosmetics, because using natural ingredients actually costs you less as a consumer. Because if you are using non-toxic products, at the end of the day, when you start having complications as a result of using toxic ingredients that is being used on it, that is being bought, you can end up spending a lot of money for the rest of your life, sometimes for treating yourself as a result of the impact of that toxic product on your body. There are situations whereby you see some people that their skin is actually bleached. I think that is really common in Nigeria, for example. And at the end of the day, you start noticing signs of skin cancer, and things like that. It costs a lot of money. People that spend money on taking care of themselves as a result of things like cancer, they spend millions and millions of naira or even millions of dollars when it comes to getting their self, treated. And also, there are some toxic ingredients that has a way of having a bad effect on your vital organs. Like we all know that the skin that we have actually have pores in them, and whatever touches your skin has a way of going deep inside your skin. So it can actually impact some vital organs in your body, and then you'll be wondering what actually led to this. Like today, research has shown that there's really not a concluded thesis on what causes cancer. Just the way you might just have like a kidney failure or a kidney or a heart failure as a result of using a toxic ingredient that you are not even aware about, and then you start wondering that how did you get this sickness, and you start spending a lot of money. So at the end of the day, you are going to be spending more, even though you feel like you are not spending more immediately. You're going to be spending more at the end of the day. So by going and implementing or incorporating sustainable beauty, we are saving, any company that adopts that is saving everybody from potential expenses at the end of the day. And there's this thing that they call microbeads. It actually has a way of blocking our drainages. I feel this kind of ingredients needs to be banned all over the world. There needs to be like a national ban on using ingredients that contains microbeads, because it has a way of having terrible impact on our environment. So by moving towards sustainable beauty in the beauty industry, we are saving everybody a lot of money, and there's so many countless benefits of moving towards sustainable beauty. As a third generation African beauty expert, my commitment to sustainable beauty is deeply rooted in my heritage and cultural values. So growing up, I was taught by my grandmother and my mother about the importance of respecting and preserving the natural world. They showed me how to harness the power of African botanical ingredients like shea butter, baobab oil, coconut oil, cocoa butter. It was a lot of fun, to create effective and nourishing beauty treatments. For me, sustainable sourcing is not just a business practice. It's not just about saying sustainable sourcing or sustainable beauty. It's just like a way of honoring my ancestors and preserving the rich cultural heritage of African beauty traditions, basically. And it's a lot to say. While growing up, it was a rich tradition when it comes to beauty. And at a point, I didn't even know that it was called natural beauty, or how will I put it, or sustainable beauty. All those terms beginning to make sense as I go deeper and deeper in my profession. So by sourcing ingredients in a responsible and sustainable way, I aim to create beauty products that not only nourish and empower African skin, but also indigenous skin, Caucasian skin, Asian skin, any kind of skin types. Like my grandmother used to say something, Aye yi ni yawa, adegudo tojwe. That's in Yoruba. And in English, it means the earth is our mother and we must take care of it, right? So this wisdom has guided my commitment to sustainable sourcing, and it inspires me to create beauty products that are not only effective but also has is also environmentally sustainable, and it's a way of sourcing ingredients, in a socially and sustainable way. First of all, Nigeria is rich in natural resources, and also especially for cosmetic production. Everything, I always tell people, everything that we need for ourselves to sustain ourselves is growing around us. It's all over us. My grandmother used to say that a lot. And we'll be amazed on what certain plants and seeds can benefit the skin if you have the knowledge of some of these things. So my grandmother has, I think I said it earlier, like she has like a shea butter, coconut oil, cocoa butter production that she does, and then she taught me how to extract some of these oils. And if you look at it critically, there's a huge gap. If you look at it in Nigeria, there's a huge gap and a need for development for our supply chain, especially the supply chain for cosmetics ingredients, majorly as a result of lack of infrastructure. We have limited access to laboratory testing facilities, and market and economic factors has also played a role when it comes to natural ingredients, sourcing for natural ingredients, especially in the area of financing. And lastly, best talents are emigrating to other countries, leaving a skill gap locally. But definitely, we still source some of these ingredients locally. What innovations are on the horizon for sustainable packaging? Innovations in the beauty industry is really gaining momentum. For example, the PCR, like the post-consumer recycled packaging from recycled plastics. People are recycling now from recycled plastic. People are using packaging from recycled plastic, recycled glass, and we can actually save a lot. I mean, producers of cosmetics can actually save a lot, and especially when it comes to their production costs. Upcycled packaging, such as people are using wooden scraps to create biodegradable materials, and also refillable packaging. People are bringing their already used containers and taking it to the company, or taking their already used jars and bottles and things like that, and taking it to a cosmetic company to refill for them. So these are some of the things that are actually gaining momentum in the cosmetic industry today. How can listeners make a positive impact in the beauty industry? So they can do that a lot. I mean, I would say 99% of the success of sustainable beauty or whatever cosmetic industry, whatever business you're doing in the beauty or cosmetic industry, actually lies on our consumers. So consumers need to choose eco-friendly products. They need to opt for products with minimal recyclable or biodegradable packaging. In addition to that, recycle your containers as a consumer. Your cosmetic jars, your body mist bottles, your shampoo bottles, they all fall in this category. There are so many recycling companies that would actually pay you for giving them empty containers. You'll be surprised. Support positive change. by patronizing sustainable beauty brands like Ewa, for example, and so many other sustainable businesses. Patronize them to encourage them. Support. Reach out to your favorite brands, and suggest ways. I mean, no knowledge is lost. We are all learning every day. Suggest ways that they can improve their sustainability. Choose products with natural ingredients. Choose products with natural ingredients. I'm going to say it twice. And that means stay clear or run, please, guys. Run from products that are toxic. Run from products that are toxic. The moment you stop buying products that are toxic to your skin, then it will actually get done on those producers to actually start moving towards sustainable beauty. Support organization promoting sustainability. It doesn't have to be the cosmetic industry alone. As long as we are promoting sustainability, support them by donating or volunteering with organizations that are focused on environmental conservation and sustainability. There should be strengthened regulations around ingredient safety. It should be well strengthened. Not like we don't have regulations for ingredients, but it should be well strengthened. I'm looking forward to things like that, particularly for chemicals linked to health concerns. I always say something like the quality of an ingredient actually determines the outcome of your product. So there are adulterated oils. Like some people sell, two suppliers can be selling coconut oil. If one is adulterated, it's not going to give you the same results as what the original oil is going to give to you. So our ingredients are actually the major part of the efficacy of a beauty product. Also, microbeads. This should be banned in personal care products. It's a big issue, and a lot of people don't know about this, but it should be banned because we want to protect our waterways and our marine life. Microbeads are not environmentally friendly, so it should actually be taken off from personal care products and even any other kind of products that a producer is trying to make. So there is also need to encourage small businesses on the use of recyclable packaging materials. So there's need to encourage small businesses on the use of recyclable packaging materials and implementing recycling programs for hard to recycle materials. So small businesses like myself and so many other small businesses. So there is need to encourage small businesses on the use of recyclable packaging materials and awareness. Let them know that using or moving towards using recyclable materials is actually not expensive. It's actually cheaper than using products that are not recyclable. Consumer education, like I always say, in any whatever industry that you are, the consumers actually need to be aware of some of these things, because some people think like, oh, it's not achievable, or how do I go about it? Public awareness campaign about sustainable and safe beauty practices will actually go a long way in helping consumers in moving towards sustainable beauty. Because a lot of people will ask yourself that, okay, what's the benefits? Why do I have to go towards sustainable beauty? Some people that are like a layman will think about it and say it's too big of a word. I mean, it's gonna be too expensive. It's above my pay grade. No, it's actually cheaper when you do the right thing, when you are using natural ingredients. I'm looking towards governments also encouraging people that are actually doing things in the right way, like sustainable beauty. They should offer tax incentives to businesses that adopt sustainable practices and reduce waste. We all need to be encouraged one way or the other if you are doing the right thing. I think the government should play a huge role in this aspect. They should encourage us. They should encourage businesses in moving towards recyclable doing things, using the eco-friendly packaging, and all those things that are related to this, it actually goes a long way, because some people look like, so especially some kind of people who are actually used to doing things the way they already know. It's very difficult for some kind of people to actually do things in another way. So when the encouragements are there, then people are actually encouraged to actually move towards things like sustainable beauty. Also, green chemistry initiatives. The government has a huge role to play in this aspect as well. The government should support initiatives that promote the development of green chemistry and sustainable materials. And so, by the way, when I say green chemistry, I mean natural chemistry. I mean the natural way of going about beauty, basically. It's just like using plants, using plant derivatives and things that are equivalent to, or things that are linked towards using plants, and cruelty free and things like that. So we should be encouraged. All those initiatives should be available and readily available and accessible, not just available, accessible for everyone in the beauty industry. So today we are just gonna go through some very few ingredients, and just like a DIY, do it yourself on your own cosmetics. Like I always say, you can actually start very little. You don't have to have you don't have to break the bank for you to do cosmetics. So as you guys all know, that Harmattan is around the corner, and it's pretty much gonna be dry in a couple of weeks and days and all of that. So how do you keep your skin hydrated, especially if you have a dry skin? So this recipe is for you. It's just easy ingredients, few ingredients that you can put together and use during this dry Harmattan season. So now guys, I have with me oil. I have this plant oil. As you guys all know, I always like to use natural ingredients for all my recipes. A plant oil and other types of essential oils that we can use for this purpose to help us keep our skin hydrated. And by the way, you can use whatever oil that you have access with. You don't have to use this safflower oil. So I have the safflower oil. It's one of my favorite oil. It's a very unique type of oil. It's been available for a very long time, years after years, and it's highly beneficial for the skin. So I'm going to be using like few drops of safflower oil, and I'm going to be adding other types of oil to this, and it's highly moisturizing and very hydrating for the skin. So the good thing about using natural ingredients is that you don't have to worry, you don't have to be afraid that it's going to be toxic on your skin, because everything is natural. So this is natural safflower oil from the safflower tree nut oil, safflower tree nut, and I'm going to be using pumpkin oil and lavender oil. The pumpkin and the lavender oil are highly beneficial for the skin and for the hair as well. They help to moisturize the skin. They kind of gives you this calming kind of aromatherapy effect on your body and your mental health. So these oils have been proven to help the skin, to help moisturize the skin, to help against hair loss, and also helps you hydrate your skin. So we're going to be doing like 2 spoons. So if you have regular teaspoons in your home, you can use that as well. So I'm going to be doing few spoons. I'm going to be doing 2 spoons of my safflower oil, one of my favorite oil, and I'm going to be adding this to my cup, and one more. I'm going to be adding this to my cup, and I'm also going to be adding like 2 drops each of my pumpkin oil. I'm just going to add 2, and my lavender oil. I'm going to be adding 2 drops, by the way, and always mix together. Remember, you cannot exactly use essential oils directly on the skin. You need to combine that with your plant oils, and in this case we use safflower oil. So if you have any kind of plant oils, either coconut oil, you could use jojoba oil, you could use any kind of oil that you love or you have access to. So I'm going to be mixing this together, and I'm going to be rubbing this on my skin. It's highly moisturizing. One of the best oils that I love to use during the Harmattan season. So it just hydrates with this oil, and it smells amazing. It smells amazing on the skin. So you can rub on your hands, you can rub, whatever parts of your body that is really dry, especially your legs or your hands. And if you are, feeling nervous, there are times that I feel nervous, and my grandmother taught me something, that I could use aromatherapy oils, and it actually helps you calm down a lot. So what I do is I rub some kind of essential oils together, some certain essential oils together. I rub hands. It just calms me. It calms me naturally. So if you are tensed, or if you are feeling nervous, or if you are feeling uneasy, or whatever type of way, aside from the fact that you're trying to moisturize and hydrate your skin, you can actually use this, and it helps you calm. It calms the whole body. You rub off a smell, and it just calms me. It just makes me feel you're good, you're fine. So those are the benefits of using natural things. Those are the benefits of using natural oils. All these things are around us, and they're highly beneficial for our well-being. They are highly beneficial for our health, for our skin health, and for our mental health. All you need to do is just to have the knowledge of what all these beautiful plant oils and plant extracts can do on your skin. I remain Oyin Onarinde. Alright guys, so thank you so much for staying tuned to this wonderful topic that we just discussed today, and hope you'll be able to just to give everyone an idea and create awareness in my own little way on what sustainable beauty is. So if you are a small business and you're kind of frustrated, you actually want to do the right thing, but you're actually kind of frustrated and you don't know how to go about it because you don't have too much information, or you don't even have access to information at all on how to practice sustainable beauty, all you need to do is to just contact me on the contact showing below. You can send us an email at info@ewa.com.ng to learn more. If you have any questions, if you have any additions, or maybe you are trying to look for like a product is made with natural ingredients that is non-toxic to your skin, all you need to do is to contact at Ewa Natural on Instagram, or send us an email, or visit our store. Our store is located in Harlem. You can take a look at the address showing below if you want to find your way to our store. So that's all about our wonderful topic today, and hope to catch up with you some other time in the future. Thank you, and bye for now.